Now let's turn to our state parks. If you're one that goes to those for edible plants, berries, and mushrooms, you might already know that the DNR is considering putting a cap on how much of the stuff you can take home. Well, Sharon went to talk to them, and they say a gallon is the idea they're talking about.
Foraging has always been a big part of Minnesota life, but it has only grown even more popular since the pandemic. But with this new limit proposed from the DNR, it might dampen the hobby.
I would just kind of scan the whole area around this oak tree.
Treasure hunting in nature.
The chanterelles are yellow, so they do stick out pretty well.
Is when Jamie Rockney feels the most alive.
It's very addicting. Especially once you find one, you've just it gives you all this energy to keep going.
She is the chick of the woods.
I'm a foraging educator, so I teach people all about the things that you can eat in the woods.
Right now, if you strike a jackpot like this chicken of the woods here.
No, I actually didn't harvest this because when I found it, it was too old and I could see that it was a little, hard and kind of faded, so.
But if she wanted, she could have taken it home with a new proposed harvest limit of 1 gallon per person per day from the DNR, though.
If you broke it down, you could probably squeeze it into a gallon bag, but, if you wanted to preserve it as it is in this state, I don't know if you could quite fit it in a gallon bag.
And mushrooms vary.
The morel mushroom is a hollow mushroom. So if you put, a gallon of morels together, you're not going to get a gallon of food. But the whole, purpose of foraging is really to go out, and it's the anticipation of finding a big flush of mushrooms. Most foragers preserve their mushrooms. If you find a big batch of mushrooms, you're going to take it home and either dry it or freeze it and use it all winter long.
We're open to talking about what that might look like.
DNR's Ed Quinn says the rules are far from being set.
When's the last time you went and bought 2 gallons of blueberries? That's a lot of blueberries or a lot of mushrooms. So that's where we were kind of starting is, okay, we're just trying to find something that seems reasonable.
Plus, Quinn says growing interest in foraging has been noticeable.
Whole bunches of people going to the same dead elms that you can see off the trail. You start to create all these unofficial trails. And so now we have to go in and try and restore that native plant community.
As with any rule revision, Quinn says there will be a public comment period.
We're in the process right now. We have a draft, and we're working with the commission, with DNR leadership and with the governor's office to schedule the timing of our tribal consultation and then our public comment period. So that's still to come.
That makes sense. Well, when is that public comment period? He says they hope to have it sometime this winter. And this isn't a targeted foraging thing. They're apparently reviewing their public land use rules for the first time in 30 years. And a lot has changed in our society since then, so a lot may change in terms of recreation as well.